Hey, Jeremy. Thank you for
Yep.
joining me, dude.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, I'm really excited. We try and do a decent intro here. Um, you and I have been talking for a while through Facebook.
True.
Done a number of commissions for you. I didn't know until recently that you're a ridiculously talented designer. I guess would you say toy designer?
Okay, you can say that. Toy designer.
Is that how would you put it?
Mm, I don't know. I just really call myself an artist, I guess.
Oh well,
So
there you go. Yeah, that's simple. Yeah, yeah, because you actually draw as well, right?
yes, I do illustrate in my free time. So yeah.
You do, yeah. I didn't realize that. It took me, up until pretty recently, I didn't realize that like you can draw. The toy designs is what really blows me away. I love even your drawings are really cool. Actually, I'm gonna bring it up right now so people can see it. Okay,
Okay.
this is your Instagram feed here.
Uh
I love. I'm really curious about how you do this like paper effect. But yeah,
which one?
like where he has the like where he's saying something,
Okay, okay.
and it's got this really
What?
cool like paper effect. It looks like it's real life mixed with drawing, right?
Yep, yep.
It's super cool. Like it's so yeah. I found all this stuff that you have on your feed, and I realized, oh my god, he's really talented. And so I was pretty blown away. You weren't just this guy that was commissioning me, but you were actually a really talented artist yourself.
Well, I mean, for me, I always like to see like other artists try to take on, like my designs and put it in their style. So, you know, it's kind of fun to see how others, see what Gem is like or what Pitoy is like.
What so? What's the name of the bird?
Pitoy.
Pita. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually a actual bird. If you Google it, you actually can find it
Yeah,
online.
I found this like I don't know what this is. This is the Toy Chronicle,
Yeah.
and there's I guess these articles about the bird here about your design.
Yep. They have written quite a number of reviews of my stuff.
Yeah. So I have a ton of questions I think about all of this if you're
Right.
up for it.
Sure, sure. Go ahead.
Uh, well, why don't we start off with just generally what is your kind of like artist origin story? What got you going in art in general?
Well, I mean, I always been working, and then during my free time, I have really no idea what to do. So, I just kind of took a pencil and then started doodling, like what 4 years ago. Actually, I only started like not long. It's like 4 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. So I started doodling, met a couple of friends like Flap Slap, Mighty Jacks, Pobble, and then they sort of got me into the whole art toy thing, and that's where I really gradually developed along as an artist on a part time basis.
So
So,
you've only been like the wow. It looks like you're more refined than 4 years would suggest. Like seriously.
thank you. I mean, it's just a lot of practice, I guess. Like I already put
Yeah.
myself through the paces. Like once a day, I had to doodle something, you know.
Yeah. So every day you're putting in the work basically.
Yeah, but after like maybe 2 years, I started to slow down because of a lot of work commitments. So I didn't really have much chance to doodle as much.
Wow. All right. Wow. So in 4 years, you've I feel like you've accomplished a lot. I mean, do you feel like you're right where you want to be, or what?
I mean, I'm contented with what I've done so far. I mean, I've been very fortunate enough to have friends who actually give me, work to do, like commission work and stuff,
Hmm.
to do like, to take on their toys to make it as my own and stuff, and go for exhibitions, attend conventions. So it's quite a exciting journey so far.
Yeah. What's next for you then?
I don't know. I just hope that I can take like Jam to like a more international level,
Hmm.
because I've been working on Jam for like what 3 years already. So
Oh wow.
it, and I can show you the first prototype of Jam.
Wow.
This is the
Yeah.
first one.
Yep. Yeah, he changed you. Well, you changed him recently with proportions, right?
Yeah, I work on a friend on the new design.
Yeah, I love that. Here's a
So
if you talk, it'll show us again, but make a noise so we can see it again.
make a noise.
That's super cool. I love the changes you made to it.
And all these are
So,
3D printed.
God, that's cool. Um, so we're gonna talk more about that, but tell me about Gem.
I mean, Gem was really like out of the blue kind of doodle because it was like I tried picked up a lot on the art toys thing, so I actually went through a lot of history on it. Like they were actually trying to tell us to work on the juxtapose on cute and and some fierce side. So I just try to mix things up together, and somehow or other I just came up with Gem. So that's why you had that tiger thing that looks kind of fierce and more serious. Then while Gem looks kind of like cute and
Yeah,
playful kind of vibe.
it works so well together.
Thank you.
I'm like, I mean, I love the design as it was, the older proportions, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
but the newer one, I just, God, it's like perfect. You know,
Okay.
and like I tried, well, I did draw them a couple times recently, and usually when I draw something, I try to kind of capture the essence of it or put my own spin on it, but keep it
Right.
recognizable. And I didn't know how to make it better. Like for real, it was frustrating because the proportions were like it's set, like it's good. I didn't know how to improve upon it. I love it. Him,
Thank you.
yeah. Um, what? Tell me about the stuff behind you. That's a pretty kick-ass
It's
wall there.
all the art toy stuff that I've been collecting for the last 4 years. And you can see there are some like Kid Robot stuff and some Ron English stuff. The McDonald's are the Ron English ones. Let me
Yeah,
bring this
I
over.
hadn't heard about that until you had commissioned me to do the Ronald McDonald guy. So that's like a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing. This guy is crazy with his artwork. I love him.
Oh, that's a specific artist?
Yeah, it's Ron English.
Okay.
And I've been always admiring him. Then I think about 2 years back, I managed to meet him in Thailand at one of the conventions. Man, I was like totally fanboy.
Yeah.
I couldn't really like talk to him properly because it was like totally in awe.
Yeah. So he is I guess a pretty big influence for you.
Yeah, it is. It is.
All right. Who else is influencing you right now?
Uh, well, Flap Slap, who I've managed to be fortunate enough to work with them on a couple of things that they have done. So they are really quite close to me, I would say.
Okay. Right on, man.
And
Okay. So I have a bunch of questions I've already written out here. I'm not sure where I want to go next. So Gem, we covered kind of where Gem was the attempt to combine. You said cute and
yeah, the juxtapose of
yeah,
cuteness and seriousness, and
yeah. What are your plans for Gem?
I mean, like I mentioned, I just want to make him more known to people on a more international level.
Yeah.
Hopefully, by maybe end of this year. Hopefully, because I actually talked to a couple of friends who are willing to work with me to make something like a 1 meter tall version of Jam.
Hmm.
So I thought it would be funny if it would be like if I could paint it and then carry him around locally here in Singapore and just leave it just to let people take some photos of it, and some
Oh,
stuff.
cool.
It's like a hit and run kind of tactic where you just leave it there, let people take some photos, then start shifting him, put him in another place and stuff.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only other way of getting people to like take notice of something that they have not known before or not seen
Right.
before.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
So you mentioned conventions as well.
Yes. So I think sometime in September, I think I'll be attending the Singapore Toys and Comics game, Singapore Toys Games and Comic Convention.
Okay.
Yeah,
Any
sometime in
other?
September.
Okay. And are you planning on doing more conventions besides that as well?
Not at this point of time.
Okay, but maybe if it, as it comes up, you'll be open to
Yeah, sure.
it. Okay, so you also have Gem isn't just a figure, but you have these cartoons that you're doing of him as well.
Correct.
How does is there like a storytelling aspect to Gem that you want to develop?
Well, I just want to make it more like, that people can relate to, like things that they've done or things that they feel, like the kind of thing that I try to portray. Like make people to just to have like, oh, that's something what I would do as well, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like I'm gonna bring your Instagram back up here. So you've got him. That's not it. Well, one of the recent ones I think was like at a. There we go. It's soccer, right? Oh, yeah, soccer.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Um, so it's just kind of that relatable kind of aspect to it. Where's winter?
Yeah, because back then and sometime in January, I think there was like a slight uh drop in temperature in Singapore. It was kind of cold, so it's only for like 2 3 days. The next thing you know, it's hot again.
Hmm, man. Okay, so no other like storytelling beyond that. Just kind of these Instagram posts, really, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Toy. All right, so let's talk about the toys. Actually,
right.
you showed us. I have a bunch of questions about toys. This is
Sure,
the
sure.
part that really. I mean, I've asked you a lot through Messenger as well, but it really intrigues me. Um, like it's got to be incredible to like hold your creation in your hand. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's what we all dream of. I mean, whether it's in toys or in, art form, as in like comics and stuff, we all
Yeah.
love to have
Right.
it,
Right.
physically, or that the kind of feel you get a sense of achievement.
Yes, that is very true. When I hold the comic that I've made in my hand, like it feels incredible. But you can actually hold Gem in a way, right? Like I mean, it is. It's him.
Yeah.
He's printed out. He's in 3D. It's different. Like I'm not holding an action figure of a sculpture. I'm holding the story, but you're actually
Well,
holding like the bird or holding the gem. You know?
yeah, because the thing is that we all grown up
Oh my
with like
god.
toys and everything, so it's always for me it's always nice to have my own things printed out physically.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Damn, man. Tell me. All right. So the bird here has different. Who's like painting these? Like there's different colors on them, right? Different paint styles.
Yeah, they have been given to other artists who I let them like take their take on the bird itself, like if it's in their style. So like this guy, Mark Nagata, he is actually from Max Toy Company. He actually likes to paint very rainbow colors on
Yeah.
toys, artist toys. So that's what he did with my bird as well.
So what's the process for that? Like run me through this. How does it go from your creation to getting it to someone else to color or paint?
So normally, if they are close to me, I will definitely ask them like, would you
Yeah.
like like to take some and then, you know, get it painted in your color, and then we will try to sell it during conventions, because I think that's the one of the best ways to tap onto their fans, to get to
Mm,
know my product as well.
gotcha. So are you basically like you're paying them as a commission basically and then selling it?
Yes, I'm selling it,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
but so far, like I said, Pitohe is actually quite a very good project so far.
Yeah.
It's selling well. I
Yeah.
mostly sold out most of everything that I've put up.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And they don't like they're not cheap either.
it's about what's it about 90 US
I think
90
yeah.
USD.
Okay. Okay. So but you're selling out of those pretty well.
Yeah, they all sold out. Almost
Wow.
every colorway that I put up, they actually went, which is I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah. No, dude, if you're
The
selling
birds
out.
actually the birds actually sold better than Gem, which I'm kind of surprised, because Pitohe was actually like a random character that I just churn out just to give Gem a companion
Yeah.
or partner in crime.
Yeah, it was just like
But
you made it for fun, basically.
yeah, so Pito is actually like a whole like you don't expect kind of thing.
Right, right. But that so people have really clicked with him or
Yeah,
it, Pitui.
yeah,
Am I pronouncing that right?
Pito Hui. Yeah.
Pitui. Oh, there you go. All right, all right. So talk to me about like creating the process of creating it, like like the mechanics of it, the design, and then programs you're using, who you're shipping it off to, or who you're mailing off the designs to and getting it printed out. Like what's all this those steps that you're doing?
Okay, so basically every toy that I've done so far, usually I've done it in sketches, like
Hmm.
front, side, back, and then once if I think I'm confident that it may work, I'll send it to my friend who will get it for me done in 3D rendered.
Oh, okay, so
So
you
after the 3D rendering, then I have a look around again, then I'll send it to the factory to get it printed. So normally my process it would be from me to the 3D rendering guy, then to the manufacturer who is Popper Toys.
okay,
So they basically been doing all my manufacturing for me. Then from
okay,
there, then I'll get a prototype, and then the figure will come. So it roughly takes about like 4 months in total
wow,
for the manufacturing process.
wow. You so where's Gem as with the manufacturing process?
What do you mean?
Well, the Pizza Hui, you've been able to print them, get them painted up, sold pretty quickly.
I actually painted up all by myself
For who,
for
Gem?
Pitohui. For
I thought
Pitohui.
you had other people paint that.
No, I painted it myself because
Wait.
at that point of time I actually wanted to save some costs.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll get them all 100 not painted and then I'll try to do it myself. And I think I managed to get that batch like of 20 pieces painted up for the convention in
Hold on.
like 4 nights.
I'm confused. Wait, you painted 100 in 4 nights?
No, 20 pieces in 4 nights. Then the rest
20.
were all in different colors.
But the ones that I just brought up on the screen, those were done by you
Yeah,
or
yeah, the orange ones, right? The orange and black ones.
oh, okay, you did that specific colorway, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I did that in like 4 nights, which was quite of a stress
Yeah.
because at the
Dear.
time I was still serving my national service, so I only had like the nights free, so I had to
Oh,
like
wow.
rush and paint them all.
Did you lose a lot
Then
of sleep
I
those nights?
no man, I kind of regretted not getting the factory to paint them by paying a little bit more.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a ton of work, dude.
Oh well, it's all part of the process.
Yeah. You make your sacrifices, right? Wow. All right, so those you did on your own, but other artists have also painted Pizza
Yes.
Week. All right. Okay. How about with Gem? You held is that the finished
No, this is
re-
the prototype.
prototype? So that's kind of where you're
Yeah,
at right now with Gem.
correct. But this time I'm getting the factory to paint them.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put myself in that position again.
Okay. So you've got the prototype. You said it's like a 4 month process in total. Where are you at in those 4 months?
It's now at the factory now being made into a vinyl
Mm,
because like based on the art toy trend right now, vinyl is actually a very in thing at this point of time.
yeah.
So everyone's going to the vinyl thing, but it's mostly the Japanese vinyl, which is called sofubi. I'm not sure whether you really know if like you know those old school. I mean, like example like this. These are also like sofubi material. It's
Mm,
rubber. It's
mm,
a Japanese rubber, specially made in Japan,
nice.
and you can get it there. So like this kind of material is actually very expensive.
Mm,
Plus, it's like a very long waiting process. Like it takes you, like the queue is like a year just to do one whole year.
wow.
So it's a very long wait, and that's
So
why it's also very expensive.
that's longer than the 4 months you just.
Correct.
Whoa.
That the material is just crazy because they don't have many like factories producing them in Japan.
Mm.
So they're these old dudes who are they're working and they make all these materials.
Good Lord. Wow.
So that's why the queue is so long.
So
But
yeah,
but
right.
but those kind of stuff they actually sell like crazy, man.
Okay.
It's just too hardcore. You can go to conventions, you can see them people actually queuing the night before just to buy toys that are made in that material.
Really?
Yeah, it's way crazy. Then it came to a point where the last 2 years I've seen them do like lottery. Like you take a number and then they will like call out the number,
Oh
and if you're
wow.
lucky you can just buy one piece, you know. So there will be a bunch of people flipping it at the end of the day, or there will be people paying people to queue up just to get the numbers and stuff.
Wow.
It's hardcore.
Do you expect that gem will kind of be that in demand as well?
I hope so. I really hope so. It'll be fun to see.
Dude, that sounds stressful as hell.
I mean, if you sell all your stuff, I don't think it's stressful.
Well, yeah, right. If you sell it, yeah, but that's an entire. It's like a year, and you're not even sure if it's gonna sell. I think it will. I mean, I think it's an incredible design, but
I think it's like I guess it only happens if you start realizing that your stuff just sells out in a couple of minutes. Then the next thing you know, you tend to create more than the original amount that you think that you would have done. Like if you think that 100 sold out, then probably you have done the next batch will be a bit more, like maybe
right, right,
three, four, 500 kind of thing.
yeah.
But I've heard people like get like pre-orders like by the thousands and stuff, and they still sell out,
Whoa,
and that's crazy.
that is. Are you doing pre-orders at all?
No, I'm just gonna manufacture it with my own savings, and then
Wow,
sell it from there.
right on, dude. So between that, like that's so in this long period of time, what are you going to be doing? Do you have any other? Well, you're doing the convention, right?
I don't know, just doing up some freelance, commission work and stuff
Commissions, okay.
for the for the time being.
Okay, that's a long way. That's a lot of build up there, huh? Give people plenty of time to save up money.
Yeah,
Wow, dude. Okay. Um, do you mind talking a little bit about like the cost of producing all these?
sure, sure.
How much does it cost?
Well, basically, it depends on what material you're working with. So usually for people who just start out, I believe it's always best for them to do it in resin,
Mm,
because for resin you don't really have like a fixed amount to like print them or recast them, because resins the molds are a lot cheaper, right? The molds are a lot
yeah,
cheaper. Then
yeah.
for you to recast them, you don't have like a factory minimum quantity to reproduce them
Oh, okay.
for resin pieces. So maybe like let me see, for the resin pieces to get them in the mold is about 400 500 USD depending on the
Mm,
size. So like my pitohui,
mm-hmm.
this is the prototype. I think the mold is about like what 400 plus USD for the mold.
Oh, for the mold, okay.
Yeah. Then I think that after the individual cost is about uh 25 to 40 USD each
Okay,
to get them printed in resin.
okay.
Yeah, so that's less for people who just want to start out. I guess resin would be always the best option because you can do it in like 10 or 20 pieces, or or whatever
Mm-hmm.
amount that you're comfortable with.
Right, right, right.
Then the alternative to having factory printed them, you can do it yourself. So you
Mm,
can actually get 3D print, and then you bring it home. You can go and buy some smooth on silicone and smooth on resins to do it on your own.
mm.
So that's the other alternative that you can do besides getting a factory to get it done.
Is that
But that
something
takes
you?
that's a lot of practice to
Yeah,
get it perfect.
because you it doesn't just
I
print out perfectly. You have to actually like
yeah, yeah,
manually smooth it, right?
yeah, exactly. So that's a bit of a painful process, but still
Yeah.
worth it lah. End of the day. Let me see. Do I have any examples of 3D printed? 3D printed. There you go. I got a friend who made this.
Hmm.
It's like a Yoda, but with like a hand sign on for his head.
Oh.
This is resin cast.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Is that something that you would ever consider doing? Is printing on your own? And
If it's small enough, I would consider. But
hmm.
most of my pieces so far I've done are not very small. I did try to do a couple of for jam, but
Hmm.
it didn't really turn out well for me. That's why I ended up getting done in vinyl instead.
Hmm.
So I mean, now moving on to the vinyl process, I think the vinyl process is a bit more of a high end,
Yeah.
but you get perfect pull outs of every piece. So the vinyl, right? It's the molds are a lot more expensive to
Yeah.
get it done. So I think for jam, I think the mold was about like a thousand ish USD.
Wow.
So that's quite a high end. But the trouble is doing vinyl that you have a minimum quantity to order. Like certain factories will ask you maybe like 100 to 300 kind of thing. So
Wow.
there's not a lot of people who want to do unless you're very confident of selling everything.
Right. 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 All right. Damn, man. That's It feels like a gamble, but what you're saying is that there's a big demand for this stuff.
Unless I mean, like you said, unless you do like a Kickstarter or
Yeah.
pre-order,
Yeah.
then it's safer.
But right. But you're also saying that there is a big market. Like people want this stuff
Correct.
as long as the design's probably right. But there's a
Mm,
what?
there's a lot of like Japanese vinyl, Japanese sufubi like characters that people go crazy. People pay like 300-400 USDs just
Wow.
just for buying it. But to me, I mean, I'm not really into that whole scene, that whole character design and stuff, because it's totally really not my vibe. But I mean, you can look it up, Japanese sufobi. I
Mm.
mean, you can see the designs and stuff. It's quite interesting. It's
You're not in
interesting, but to me, it's not my vibe though.
character design's not your thing.
No, I mean the designs that they made. I mean that
Oh,
the
okay.
Japanese produce.
Like
There's some things
they're
like that they're a bit like gory or
oh,
some
okay.
very weird mutation kind of thing, which is not my style.
Gotcha.
I mean, if
Gotcha.
you see Gem, you can see like it's cute and stuff. I prefer the kind of the kind of vibe.
Yeah, you're not going to do like a gory version of Gem,
Yeah,
no, or a zombie version or anything. No.
zombie
Okay.
maybe I'll consider.
Yeah. All
Maybe
right. Maybe a Scoldger version too.
sure, why not?
uh, dude, that's a hell of a process, but wow. Yeah, it feels like a gamble, but like people, I mean, apparently people really want that stuff, like you were
Yeah.
saying. Uh, yeah. So how are you finding other people that are painting um your stuff?
How am I finding?
Yeah, for Pico we, these are just
Okay.
artists that you know, or you're seeking them out.
Most of them are I've met so far, so they've always. I mean, I kept in touch with them. I mean, I talk to them once in a while and stuff. So when I proposed to them the idea of getting them to paint on Pitohui, they are always quite happy to get it done. So I managed to work with artists like Josh Mayhem, um, like Max Toy Company as well. So it's
Hmm.
always nice to see their take on Pitohui, and they always display it on like conventions and stuff, so
Hmm.
people get to know Pitohui more as well.
Yeah, totally. Have you done any? But you've actually have done a convention before, right? Or is this your first one?
Yes, 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 I did. I mean, the last few times probably I've helped out and
Okay.
help out other people's booth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is this the first time you're gonna have your own booth?
I'm not too sure. Hopefully, or you normally I would join up with Popper Toys, who they actually manufacture my toys. So probably I just share like a one small corner with them.
Okay. All right. I'm curious also about who else is influencing you. Not maybe not who, but any movies or anime or anything or comics that that you really get inspired by.
Well, on everybody's lips will be like cause if you're into art toys.
Hmm.
Kaws, Kaws.
Kaws. Do you mind if I look it up real quick?
Sure, sure.
Let's see here. So it's a toy company or?
No, it's actually a graffiti artist who
Oh,
also
okay.
now do fine art stuff. So basically, if you actually can look it up, actually you can see there's a little bit of cost into Jam.
Really? Let me see if I can show it here. This is just like Google Images. Is this it?
Yeah, the gray one. Let me see.
The gray
Just scroll
one.
down,
Oh, okay.
like one sitting down,
Oh
covering
yeah.
the eyes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely influencing Gem, huh? Okay.
I mean, I would love to do something that big as well one day. One day.
Absolutely. What about I don't know any shows, anime, comics that you like?
Comics. I mean, I kind of like Venom, so.
Okay. Yeah, me too. All
But
right.
I mean, I don't really apply those into my illustrations.
Yeah. So really, you're just really into the toy world, right? The custom
Yep,
and design toy world. Like you're totally that's your thing.
yep, that's right.
Plus,
I
you
mean,
also
it's kind of a, like I say, a fun journey for the last 4 years being in this whole
yeah.
toy scene. I mean, I'm thankful to my mentor who, like, who sort of like guide me through the whole process, meeting
Okay.
other people and stuff.
What were you? I can't believe it's only been 4 years. What were you doing before that? Were you doing anything artistically
No,
or
not at all.
no, nothing creative at
Nothing
all?
at all. I'm just probably like gaming and working at the same time. But
Really?
other than that, no, not really.
That's crazy. It's like I'm trying to wrap my mind around that. That all of a sudden you had this. Well, I don't know, like an inspiration or motivation or what?
I mean, like I said, uh, I mean, art helps me take my mind off stuff. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like a to get away from being insane from work.
Sure.
So it's so I just gradually build up whatever I've been doing for the last few years that I've been not doing art at all.
Yeah. That fascinates me.
So
I'm really interested in that.
I mean,
So
everyone is always asking me like, "Have you gone to art school or do you have any art
yeah,
lessons?" I was like, "No,
it's
I don't know.
just
I just took out a pencil and just started doodling."
just but it just clicked. Something just clicked for you, and
Yep.
away you went.
Hmm.
That's crazy. That's really cool. But wow, so it's just something like art just really gets you going. Makes sense to you. You now you're doing your own thing.
Right.
Damn. What was tell me about the mentorship thing for you?
I mean, uh, Jeffrey from Fabs Lab, he's always been like a close buddy of mine.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I met him like at a convention like 4 years back. At the time, I was still like very, I mean, like not like every introvert would, they like just hide in a corner, like won't talk to people and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, he helped me like be more open, like try
Hmm.
to find out more. It made me just feels like I just want to pursue like art, like art toys and stuff. So I just want
Yeah.
to learn more, want to find out more. So I just kept on going. Then we got along very well. So and every convention he has, I tend to meet artists that who visit his place and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, and
So
I kind of liked it.
it wasn't really like a relationship where he said, "Hey, will you be my mentor?" He just kind of
No,
yeah.
so
He
he
just
just he
kind of
just brought me along the way, that kind of thing.
yeah yeah. So he's really showed you people and things and encouraged you and had that kind of relationship with him.
Right. But initially, he wasn't very, very supportive. I would say
No.
initially, he was like, "No, it's not your time." Indirectly telling me it's not my time to do toys or whatsoever.
Oh wow.
Initially, because I think he felt that maybe I didn't have like a proper core foundation. So I think he didn't really
Mm.
wanted me to jump in at that point of time. I mean, I understand where he's getting it, where he's telling me to do. So it took me a while just to make sure that I have a proper foundation before I even really attempt at doing toys like Gem. So when I tried Gem, like this, the
Yeah.
first one, I actually learned a lot, like certain things that you can't do, certain things you can't rush, or like certain poses that you can't do, and the shipping, the boxing, and everything.
Oh
It's
wow.
it's a it's a lot. Because like example for this, I had a lot of problems shipping it out internationally because of the hands.
Mm.
So every time I put it in a box, if it starts shifting, the hands break. That's why
Uh,
I stopped doing this. That's why like all my later designs, I make sure they are all like very compact, very neat
yeah. Yeah.
to
It's
to
more
prevent.
like tucked in. Yeah.
Mm. So like I said, there's a lot of process because for him, I've seen him do things like one man machine doing everything like packing, selling, promoting
Mm.
and everything. So that's pretty much.
Yeah. So he really helped you get the fundamentals down.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. There's someone I'm talking with in that kind of same relationship, and the very first thing he told me was get the fundamentals down.
All right.
As far as drawing, he's like form, values, anatomy, hammer away at fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. And it's I've been doing that. And I feel like it's made a pretty big difference in what I'm creating now.
Sure. I mean, I will tell someone the same if someone asks me as well. Because,
Say
like I
it
said,
again.
and I mean, like nowadays, right? Like we don't get to meet people who want to share what they've
Mm,
learned or what they've gone through. I mean, it's not not common. I would say
mm,
that for someone to share their experiences or like tell you the ups and downs kind of thing.
yeah,
Not many will want to share.
yeah. I think there's more out there than we realize. But I personally I don't feel comfortable asking people.
Uh
You know what I mean? Like, but I have found as I do these interviews that people are totally open to talk about what their experiences are, and they're happy to. And then the people I've talked to have told me the same thing. Like uh, they have found the same experience that people were willing to give out information and experience and whatnot. But
uh
it's really difficult to ask. I found it's for me it's very very difficult to ask. I'm more of like an introvert. I think like you.
I tried asking some, but not many would want to share, I would say.
Hmm. Okay. Well, but you found someone who was willing,
Yep,
and he made a huge
thankfully.
impact on you. Obviously, yeah, very good for you. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what does is he still a part of your life right now, as far as encouraging
Yeah,
you
yeah,
and
yeah. I mean, I talk to him almost every day, and
oh wow,
through Messenger and stuff. And I see him maybe like twice a week or once a week. So we usually just catch up and stuff.
oh wow, that's
Because
awesome.
yeah, I also work a lot with him. I mean, in terms of my art toy things or his art toy things. So
Yeah,
I go down, help him pack his stuff, do some quality control. You know,
yeah, yeah. Where do you think you'd be without him?
yeah. I don't know, man. I just totally will not be doing any art toys, or even be talking to you right now.
Oh wow, wow. So he had a huge impact on your life.
Yeah.
Right on. Wow, that's incredible, dude. Um. All right. Well, we covered a lot of stuff really quickly. Actually, you are kind of like an introvert. Like you get to the point, huh? Yeah, we covered a lot in a pretty short amount of time, dude. Anything else you want to say?
Mm, I don't know if I mean maybe if like your fans out there who really want to give it a go, I guess you just got to go with your gut feeling. Just attempt. If you don't attempt, you'll never know, or you never learn from your mistakes and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That's I think very well put. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for your time.
Sure, sure, no worries.
All right. Yeah. All right. So we're
All right.
already recording. Just so I mean, if people watch this on YouTube, you and I kept talking after the formal interview was over. and you were giving me some really good information, and I want to get this recorded.
All
So
right.
let me show the screen of what I'm looking at. All right, tell me real quickly what this is, or not for me, but for people watching later on. What is this? Magic Mon.
Well, it's a company done by my friends who want to help people make their products, like to make their dreams come alive or come to a physical form, be it toys, shirts, you know, any kind of
Yeah.
product you can imagine that you want it to be. I'm sure they will try to make it happen.
So like, yeah, I love this stuff, and I was telling you in between our recordings, like it would be incredible to be able to like hold, especially like a figure, like an action figure, or something like this little guy right here in the middle of the screen,
Right.
um, of my own design. It would just be incredible. Like I think artists, that's a in the back of our minds, it's always like something we would like, especially
Mm-hmm.
like comic artists to be able to hold an action figure or whatever.
Right.
So this, I don't know if they do that, but they do some pretty neat stuff here. It looks like,
I'm sure they can get it done.
yeah, t-shirts is something I'd be interested in, um, and then hats too. I was recently looking at hats, and it means like the ones I saw were from, I think it was Custom Ink. Was it Custom Ink? And it's like $35 a hat or something like that, which is pretty much what you'd
Oh,
pay in a retail store.
okay.
But like that
Just for
freaks me out
custom.
because yeah, but yeah, you get your own custom embroider. That freaks me out. Like I don't, because it's like, what if I don't sell it? I
Yeah,
don't like the
yeah.
gamble of it. I don't like risking.
True, true, true.
That freaks me out. How about you?
Well, if I can afford it, I'll try. If I can afford it.
I like the attitude is like, I'll try. Just do it.
Like say end of the day, if you don't try, you never know. I mean, if it's something that you think that you're comfortable, um, uh, maybe it doesn't sound very right. Like comfortable losing it, like that the
Yeah.
kind of a budget that you have, you're comfortable spending the kind of money. Then I mean, just give it a go. I mean, like I say, at the end of the day, if you don't try, you'll never know whether you'll make it or you will not make it. Or if you know you're never not gonna make it, you can find like alternative ways to improve it or try to change it just to make it work.
You make it sound so simple. It's like either you can afford to lose it or not, and if you don't do it, then you might never, or it's like it's worth the risk. Like it's yeah, makes sense. It makes sense. That's it. It's just that simple. Is
Well,
that
I mean,
like? Go ahead.
it's like like I say, it's like a gamble. I mean, if like you say, end of the day, how I put it, if you don't attempt,
Yeah,
then you'll be wondering at the end of the day, what if what if it actually worked? Then, but you never know it.
yeah,
So you just live in doubt or in just like wonder about it. Then you're just gonna like like lose days of it or lose sleep over it.
yeah.
I mean,
That yeah, like that
just get
regret
it done
of
and over with.
yeah, yeah. You don't want to regret not attempting, right?
Yeah.
Right
I
on.
mean, it's all like the same principle you apply in life, whether it's buying products or looking for a relationship, the kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's all the same principle.
Yeah,
It applies everywhere.
yeah. You're right. Yeah. No. Well, all right. Do you have any other resources for me
Mm,
besides Magic Wand? Is there anything you recommend that people check out or that I check out?
I think you can try Pobble,
What is that?
Pobble toys. You can try Google them.
Yeah.
Pobble toys.
How do you spell that?
Pobbertoys.
Ooh. I'll share this too. All right. What's up with these guys?
So they are the ones currently who manufactures my Pitohui and my upcoming
Ah.
gem.
Ooh. All right. So they're the they do the Japanese what was it, the vinyl stuff?
Not really Japanese. It's a vinyl.
Oh, I thought you said it was like a special Japanese kind of form. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, the Japanese
Substance.
sofu. Yeah, the Japanese sofubi, but those are like very hard to come by. So vinyl, it's very similar, very similar.
Oh,
So it's just as good, I would say.
okay. So, ooh, wow, that's cool. So they're going to be producing
Yeah,
your thing.
correct. So they're the ones
Okay.
helping me to produce.
God, that's cool. Yeah, I saw you
Yeah,
had pins too.
sorry.
You had I saw you have oh, that's awesome. I saw you had pins.
Yeah, yeah. But that was like quite some time back. I did.
Oh, okay.
So they are one of them who can help produce, uh, produce your toys.
Okay.
I mean, like the SpongeBob that you can see down there.
Where'd it go? I didn't see it.
Maybe it's the first page.
Oh, oh yeah.
There you go.
Sponge.
Right.
That's
So like
cool.
in art toys, you get to see all these kind of pop culture kind of
Yeah.
things, which is quite fun.
Do you have any? I'm just curious. Do you have any other characters in mind besides Gem and Pito Hui?
Uh, maybe not now, but maybe along the way I would.
Oh, okay. Right now, nothing specific. All right. All right. So, Pauber Toys, right?
Right.
Pauber not bigger. All right. That seems like a really good resource. Is that are these guys local to you in Singapore?
Yes, they are
Nice.
the same as for Magic Mon as well.
That's so cool. Wow. All right. You got any other interesting resources for us?
Mm, I think I try look up my mentor's page.
Oh,
Flap
all right.
Slap.
All right. How is it? What is it?
FLAB
FLAB
SLAB.
Lab Slab.
Do you know it's actually short for the Muhammad Ali thing? The
Oh
the,
no,
the, the,
no idea.
the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Ah, float like a butterfly. Oh yeah, there you go. That's awesome. This is him right here, right?
Yeah, so these are all the stuff that he has
God.
worked with artists and make.
Quicks, I follow him on Instagram or them. I don't
Uh,
know if it's a him or them
yeah,
or what.
it's him. It's him. He's a good friend of mine.
Cool. Really?
Yeah,
Is
we
he
met him a couple
Singapore?
of. No, no, he's from Manila,
Oh, okay.
Philippines.
Wow.
But he do drops by to Singapore every now and then if he get a chance.
You said he drops by every now and then.
Yeah,
That's so cool. All right, so Flab Slab isn't. He has his own stuff. Plus, he works with other artists.
correct.
Oh yeah, look at that artist. That's super cool. Wow, I love this. Damn.
Yeah, I mean it's cute.
Yeah, but it's yeah, right. It is, but just the design of it, and the black on the white and the black. I love that combination.
Do you know this strangely right? This was actually put up on the exhibition for this piece, the skull head thing.
The
It's
one I was
actually
just.
for yeah, it was actually for exhibition. Then somehow or other they felt that it should be made to the masses, so that's
Mm,
why they turned it into to a run of I think I don't know how many pieces they made. Was it 50? I'm
mm.
not sure, but they decided to make it a mass thing
Oh
rather than
yeah,
a one off.
that's awesome. Yeah. And then this is your mentor here, right?
Yeah. Then
Look
he also worked with Luke Chu to create this
at this.
the boba.
Wow.
Can you see
What? Are you showing what?
the boba?
Hold on, wait. Go ahead. Here, I'll put it on your screen. There you go. Oh, that's his.
He worked with the artist named Luke Chu.
Oh, okay.
So he created a boba drinking
Drinking boba.
boba.
Beautiful. Unbelievable, dude. All right, cool. Those are good resources, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Welcome.
Learn so much from you. It's like a whole, I mean, a whole new process, a whole new world. But thank you for giving me some insight into it.
Sure. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Happy to share as always.
very cool. All right. Now I'm going to stop. Oh, wrong button. There we go.